Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a cook and clean with me, a fall version. This weekend Hurricane Florence actually made her appearance in the Carolinas, so it was extremely nasty outside. So I'm doing taco soup. That's a recipe that my mom gave me, and it's so warm and just very comforting. It's soul food. Soup is soul food. It just makes me feel so good when it's really nasty outside. So what I started with was some ground beef, which I just browned in the pan. And like you could see before, my ingredients, I had a couple cans of black beans, some corn, some Rotel tomatoes, and spices. Generally, I would have McCormick taco seasoning, but I actually didn't have this at the time that I made the soup, so I had to improvise with some chili powder and different spices. But for now, I'm just browning the beef in the pan. So of course, I went ahead and drained my corn and my black beans and then just rinsed them out until all the little bubbles went away, just to keep that added sodium junk out of the soup. It's just something that my mom always did and taught me to do, so that's what I'm doing there. The only thing that I do not drain is the tomatoes, because I do like the juice that's in the tomatoes. It adds a little bit of spice and kick, and keeps me from having to add as much water to the soup because I don't want to dilute it down. I want it to have lots and lots of flavor. So my beef is done cooking, and I went ahead and drained all the grease from the pan, and I start adding some of my seasonings, my chili powder. I added some garlic salt, some salt and pepper. I even added some dry onion flakes to this as well. And I wanted this soup to have as much flavor as possible because it's really easy to mess soup up. So I just added all of my vegetables to the pot. I haven't turned the pot on yet because I'm waiting on the beef to get done, and I'm just going to throw everything in the pot with the water and all the spices. So I just add everything to the pot except the beef, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, my beef is done. I've added all of the seasonings to my beef so it's nice and spicy and got lots of kick to it. So I just go ahead and add that to my pot with my vegetables and stuff in there. Just throw it all together. This is what I love about soup. You put it all in a pot and just let it go to town in there. And it's just so, I just love soup. I don't know how else to say it. So now that my pot of soup is on the stove and it's heating up and simmering, I'm just going to go ahead and put up all of my ingredients, throw away all of the empty cans, wipe down the counter, all that good stuff to just tidy up. I like to tidy up as I go along, except for the dishes. I don't do the dishes as I use them, but I do them. I do try to do them as soon as I'm done. While things are cooking, try to go ahead and do the dishes, but it just makes cleanup so much easier when you just tidy up as you go along, so you don't wait till after you're done eating and you really don't feel like cleaning up after that. I did just want to mention, I picked this little scrubby thing up at Harris Teeter on clearance. I think it was like $2, and I just love it much more than a sponge. I feel like sponges get nasty, but I just love that little thing. So I decided that I wanted to make some cheddar biscuits to go with our soup. Soup can stand alone, but I just felt like I wanted something a little extra special this day. I don't get to enjoy cooking at home a whole lot because I do work full time, so we usually do pretty easy basic recipes during the week. So I decided just to try something. I've not really ever made cheddar biscuits before, but I used the recipe for biscuits on the Bisquick box, which are really simple, and then I just added some shredded cheese to the recipe to turn it into cheddar biscuits. But anyways, that's what I'm doing there. I'll leave the exact recipe below for the biscuits, but they turned out really good, a whole lot better than I was expecting with it being my first try. I mean, they're not as good, I'm sure, as if you would have made them from scratch or used, I know my mom makes biscuits where she uses mayonnaise, and they turn out a whole lot better, but these were good for what they were, I felt like, and they just gave me that little extra something that I wanted with my soup. Once my soup was done, I cannot eat this recipe without adding shredded cheese and sour cream. Preferably, you'd like to have some tortilla chips on hand as well, but shredded cheese and sour cream is a non-negotiable when you're eating taco soup. The cheese melts and the sour cream gives it a little bit of a cooler edge, and it's just, I don't know guys, it's heaven in a bowl. I don't know how else to describe it. Here was the outcome of my biscuits. They turned out pretty good, like I said. Um, we just really enjoyed this meal. It was very comforting. Like I said, it was rainy and really very dismal outside, so we really enjoyed having this nice cozy fall meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to leave me comments down below of other videos that you would like to see from me. Leave them down below and I'll try to take it into consideration when I'm thinking about future videos that I want to film for you guys. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you will come back next week for the new video that I will be posting. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.